The newly elected executive of the National Congress of Italian Canadians Ontario District at the first meeting has discussed some of the priorities for 2014 and the structure of the three levels of the National Congress. Ken Cancellara, president of the Ontario Italian Congress, in the images with Gregory Grande and Rocco Lofranco, has elaborated on these issues in this interview with Enzo Di Mauro.
Okay, Ken, so we start over again.
This was our first meeting, and it was intended to be a brainstorming session with my colleagues. First of all, for me to get to know them and to get to know their knowledge and experience that they all have. And secondly, to have a brainstorming session so we can discuss some of the priorities for 2014 and to discuss as well the structure of the three levels of the Congresso Nazionale. One of the things that we determined immediately was that the community needs to have a unified voice of the Congress. We need to make sure that we all remember that the beneficiaries are the community, and that therefore the most effective way of doing things is to ensure that there is one voice that speaks loudly and clearly on behalf of all Canadians of Italian origin in the province of Ontario. Secondly, I wanted to create a number of priorities for 2014. I come from a discipline where everything is done through goals and objectives. We set out what the goals are, what the objectives are, and then one by one we eliminate them. We live through a sense of responsibility and a sense of accountability. So I, for one, do not want to be involved in any association where we do not have absolutely clear mandates as to what we're supposed to be doing. And we have created a number of important priorities that we will be discussing at the next meeting, but they include very big issues for our community. They include issues like mental health, where coming from, especially the first generation, coming here, era vergognoso. It was shameful for us to admit, for example, that our daughters and sons and cousins and nephews had mental health problems. And so we want to deal with that issue. It's an issue that I personally have some involvement in as being a director of Vita Mensana and a director of the Asperger's Society, and obviously a governor of Villa Charities that's involved in issues like that. We came up with other priorities. Another priority is the question of having a sportello, that is, having an ability to be able to provide continuing help to members of our community who need to be helped. And in that sense, we have engaged a youth representative in the Congresso Nazionale, an individual in Mark DiCio, who is going to form a committee of young professionals, doctors, lawyers, engineers, people who can provide advice to our community when they need it, and to create an avenue for them to have access to that type of information. We have another priority. I didn't want to have too many priorities because then that's a clear indication that you're not going to accomplish any of them. Another priority is our seniors and our youth, each of which needs some guidance, one in the beginning of their careers and the others towards in the latter phase of their careers. So those are the three main priorities that we have discussed this evening, and that we will have a commitment to come up with policies and structures to assist the members of our community.